This is disgusting.
Hey team, it's Tony here from Impact Cleaning Professionals, and today I'm here with Miss Abigail. And what we're going to be doing is testing the stain removing power of commercial grade carpet cleaning equipment versus the Bissell Little Green Pro Heat. Be sure to watch to the end for some surprising results.
All right, so we have 4 stains here today. We've got coffee, ketchup, mustard, and wine, all of which are very common stains in typically any household. So today we're going to be using Folex for our pre-treat on all 4 stains. I feel like the Folex already looks like it is lifting the coffee stain and the wine stain, but I feel like the ketchup and the mustard is going to put it to the test.
All right, today what we're going to be using is the Impact Cleaning Professionals Carpet Spotting Treatment. Blotting the stains. Instead of agitating and scrubbing the stains with the brush, we're going to use this to blot and soak the stain up as much as we can before we actually put this baby to work and get some heat and some pressure on it. All right, so the first step with the stains, you want to just make sure you get it pretty good and soaked.
Which stain do you think is going to come out the easiest?
Oh, coffee for sure.
Coffee?
Look, coffee's already moved and it's not even been touched. All right, so on these heavier stains, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blot it versus scrubbing it.
Why?
Because when you're scrubbing it, you run the risk of spreading the stain, and depending on what kind of stain it is, you end up making a bigger mess.
Right, I could see how that would happen.
And this right here is just gonna pull, as you can see already. Didn't dwell that long, but you can already see that red is starting to come right up. And we always like to use a microfiber for this because the microfiber actually pulls the moisture up.
Gotcha. Tony, what do you think is going to happen when the Bissell goes on those stains?
So I've never used one of those before, so I can't technically say, but just knowing that that doesn't have nearly the amount of pressure or nearly the amount of vacuum power, I do expect it, because of the heat and the chemical, I do expect it to potentially look much better than it does. But as far as it bringing it completely out, I'm not sure.
So what do you think is going to happen with your machine and the stains?
Oh, well, I definitely believe that the machine is going to bring a lot of that stain up. As far as it coming completely out, I can't 100% say, because normally during this process we would add a couple of steps and do a couple of different things, but just for the sake of comparing the two machines and the processes, we're just going to go ahead and do it and keep it simple.
All right. right, so I'm looking at both sides of our carpet here, and your side looks phenomenal. And I can still see a slight discoloration, like a little bit of pink from the ketchup and a little bit of yellow from the mustard. How long did it take you to do your side?
Aside from the prep work, probably about a minute or two.
Okay, and I had all of my prep work, which is, I don't know, probably 30 minutes, right? And it took me 15 minutes to Soak all that up.
Impressed with the Bissell. I was not expecting what the results we did get, though you can see a little tint. I think if you were to spill something on your carpet and were to use something like that, you'd be pleased with those results.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely not as good of results as we were able to produce over here, but
Nor as efficient.
Yes, not nearly as efficient. But then, as we talked before, difference between commercial grade equipment and something just for personal use that anyone can use. Additionally, a lot of pressure, a lot of vacuum that was able to not only push the stain out and push the dirt out, but it was also able to get it up so as you can feel the carpet is not soaked either. So over there you were able to get pretty dry as well.
Yeah.
But also not as much suction. You weren't able to pull as much out of the carpet.
I do like that the Bissell has a clear lid so I can see all the nasty coming up. All in all, I feel like even if it's for a small stain, the commercial equipment is going to be a better option for getting it all the way up. But I feel like the Bissell is good to have on hand at home.
I would definitely say that anybody can do anything on their own. But if you want to save yourself time, the hassle, and just the guesswork, just go ahead and call a professional.